My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire speedruns here in the Heartbreaker Chronicles. Alright, it's silent time yet again on A10. Oh, losing 7 max HP for a rare card. Yes, please. Burst versus Alchemize versus Envenom. Okay. If I take Envenom, I have to build around Envenom. Like, it has to be a substantial amount of my damage for me to really care about it. Especially because it's so heavy until I get the first upgrade. Burst. Until I have extra energy and probably burst upgraded and probably a couple upgraded skills. I don't know about that. Alchemize completely. In High Ascension, well, quote unquote High Ascension, I don't really go for Alchemize ever. And the primary reason for that is I much more desperate for extra energy a lot of the time, which means that if Sozu's the only energy relic I'm offered, I'm taking it. And if Velvet Choker is often offered, I oftentimes will ignore it. If Runic Dome is offered, I'll often ignore it. So, you know, my amount of energy relics that I can actually take goes down significantly. I'm gonna take the Envenom. Let's see what we can do with it. Gosh, see, like, Envenom is extremely heavy in my hand there. There's nothing I could really do with it that turn. It doesn't provide much on the turn that you play it. So I need to get the upgrade so it's only one cost, so it's not, you know, the majority of my turn just to play that one card. That also leaves me with extra energy left over afterwards so that I can actually benefit from the Envenom much better by playing another attack. Okay. Dagger Spray, extremely. I take Dagger Spray there because I need the AoE, but I also need double application of Envenom. Bane is also really good in that position, but I needed the Dagger Spray first. That has to be Footwork and probably Backflip if I could afford it. No. Flying Knee then. More than happy to take those, actually. Upgraded card in our deck. I'm going to take that so that I can get the Envenom upgraded as soon as possible. Okay, I'm going to Flying Knee the back line and then load all of the rest of the damage into the front line. And the reason that I did that is because now a strike is enough to kill each of these targets, despite the fact that I was weakened. Deadly Poison, Infinite Blades, Blur. Infinite Blades is a little bit better right now because we have the Envenom as well. I can take it. Alright, I'm only going to be going for 2 elites this floor, but with a silence. And I'm okay with that. Wow, that was really aggressive hand right there. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. All of my power is at the very bottom of my deck. Which is the absolute worst case scenario for us. I have to wake up the enemy this turn because there's no other turn I get to wake them up on. They wake up the next turn anyway, so may as well. Since we have the ability to apply, you know, a not insignificant amount of poison, I'm more focused on my defense here than my offense, because worry about my defense, my offense will take care of itself here, basically. At least that's the idea. Okay, Lagavulin down. Bottle Tornado. Upon pickup, choose a power card. Start each combat with that in your hand. So, Infinite Blades upgrades to become innate. It's whether or not I put Envenom or Footwork in my opening hand. I think I need to put Footwork so that I have the ability to defend, but Envenom is so much of my damage. So, you know, Dodge and Roll or Dagger Spray here. I think I may need another Dagger Spray for the more AoE. Dodge and Roll is obviously really, really good with the Footwork, which we already have a copy of. If I take the Footwork here, Sorry, if I take dodge and roll here, then I put footwork in my opening hand. If I take dagger spray, then I put the envenom in my opening hand. We got to worry about our defense first. And we also need to upgrade that footwork ASAP. This is why I would have wanted another dagger spray, by the way. This exact kind of combat. Excuse me. Alright. I'll accept 2 damage here. So that I can remove another artifact and deal 6 damage. Yeah, I don't have another elite, so I'll accept 3 here for the possibility that I actually kill the frontliner next round, which will save me 10. Yeah. And we do kill the frontliner that next round. Yeah, we got a lot of defensive cards left in the deck. We should be good. Apparently, I have no clue what I'm talking about. We still took 2 damage. That's okay, though. Like, ultimately, this is still really good. There we go. Goodbye, targets. Happy flower. Dagger spray. Or is it nightmare? Ooh. Nightmare would give me the ability to just copy a bunch of footwork. And then never be hit ever again. But it's whether or not I would have the turns to set that up, and I don't think I really would at the moment. I think I need the extra AoE for next floor especially. Matryoshka this early in the game is really powerful. The next 2 non-boss chests you open contain 2 relics. I don't want to upgrade Infinite Blades because I'm already playing Footworks on turn 1, which is also not an immediate return of anything, so we'll upgrade Neutralize here. Noxious Fumes extremely. I also wanted the Art of War there, but Noxious Fumes definitely beats it out for me. There's a consideration for acrobatics, but I'm kind of holding out for backflip as my card draw. It's time to cut a strike. Take the 100 gold, go across for another upgrade. Noxious Fumes, obviously. Both Dagger Sprays getting an upgrade would actually not be that bad, especially considering next floor. I missed out on 6 damage this turn to guarantee that only 1 block is needed in order to fully defend me this turn. Awesome. Enemy's dead. Piercing Wail. It's really good against the heart, but it's also really good against the Guardian and against a lot of the attacks next floor. For that same reason, I'm going to upgrade the Piercing Wail. It's good against basically all of the elites next floor as well. I'm going to throw out the Explosive Potion here. Just because enemy's going to have a lot of HP. Oh. Wow. All right. So it's a defensive turn then. 8, 8, 11. 8, 8, 11's what? 16, 24, 35? Almost full defense there. And we get all of our powers out. Great. Enemies just stacking a hell of a lot of poison. Well, I say most of our powers, sorry. There's the piercing whale, by the way. Absolutely ridiculous in this combat. I don't actually want to attack the enemy this turn if I can avoid it. Didn't I? No, I did. I did. Ah, bugger. That's my bad. In fact, I definitely wanted to attack them. Look at how... they have the block because I didn't transform them in that turn. Yeah, that's entirely on me. That's not a miscount. I was just misremembering at what time poison is applied versus at what time thorns is applied. It wasn't misplayed, but it wasn't. I don't know. It was a misremembering of the way that that mechanic works. Da-da-da is probably the final AoE card I would pick up with this deck. That's unfortunate. Because we do need extra energy and we don't really have access to that right now. Being able to hold Piercing Whale and neutralize for the right turn is pretty good. Right, I'm going to take the Runic Pyramid. And we're going to want like a lot more zero cost cards that we can actually cycle through our deck. Yeah, we're going to have like handfuls of cards like a lot of the time here. It's not going to be fun. Okay. Alright, managed to set that up so they all die, so I can get my money back. Don't have enough zero cards to play Choke. Prepared is actually probably a reasonable decision at this point, and the primary reason for that is because our hand will fill up, and especially if enemies put wounds into our deck, we're going to need some way to discard those out. Okay. Pretty much anything except Necronomicon's Hin. Good here. Sure, we'll take the Enchiridion there pretty happily. I'll wait to Dagger Spray until after I have Envenom out. It's fine. No Envenom for a very long time, but that's okay. That'll do. And we've already got the kill. No, not what I need. Flechette is gonna... Like, I can just leave Flechette in my hand until it's really good. But I need... I can't take pain right now. I'm too low on HP. As much as I want that, I cannot afford to take it. We're gonna need something like an upgrade on the prepared or Flechette. Please be like a heal. No. Wraith form. Well, at least we get to leave that in hand. It costs 0 for that turn, so it will eventually cost 3 though. That's okay. Piercing Whale is going to be full defense next turn. I think because I have the other way AoE cards in my deck, I'm thinking, oh, I should be spreading out my damage here. It's possible that's extremely dumb. Alright, we managed to get one of them down. Oh gosh. This upcoming elite fight is going to be awful. We're basically just going to have a really lucky draw, or we're going to die to this upcoming elite fight. Second piercing whale seems really cool. Using that potion directly off the top here, because otherwise, goodbye. No, I didn't forget to defend. For some reason, I thought that fat gremlin was not a fat gremlin, so I didn't think it was going to be dealing any damage that turn, and now we're not dead? Slightly not dead, all right. Get to leave another piercing whale in hand. Get to keep all of my defensive cards here as well. Backliner decides not to attack this turn. That's really good for us. I'm going to use the Survivor to discard there just so that I can have some more space in my hands. Backliner doesn't attack, and for that reason, we're probably actually kind of all good here. Yep, we win. We actually got through that combat. I am very surprised, to say the least. All right. Into the bone. Regal Pillow. Heal additional 15 HP whenever you rest. As well as Sneaky Strike versus Crippling Cloud versus Bane. We could take Bane now. But the thing is, like, defense is what we need. To take another offensive card is to dilute the defensive cards that currently exist in my deck, which is just, oh, really hard to do. Take it. I can't go for the extra elite this floor as much as I desperately want to. Okay. Yep, knew this was coming. Well laid plans does absolutely nothing for us. I can't let wounds be added to my deck because I will never be able to discard them. Thank you, Piercing Whale, for turning up on the right turn. So we managed to full defend there. We've kept Flechette and Piercing Whale, two very, very important cards to keep for later in our hand. I'm going to need Piercing Whale next turn, so I actually have to accept the incoming damage this turn, I believe. So it's 5 and 1 wound that I'm accepting there, and then this Piercing Whale completely nullifies this turn. Wow, that Flechette is really just not standing up to the task right now. Three skills? Like, the rest of my deck is basically skills. Oh. It's also worth noting that basically every time I draw skills, I have to instantly play all of them. But still. There we go. Bye, Book of Stabbing. Hello, Nunchaku. Every time you play 10 attacks in a turn, gain an... Sorry, not in a turn. But 10 attacks gain an energy. We'll take a deflect, a pre-upgraded one at that there. Happily, kunai. And Omamori. All right, Kunai gives us a ridiculous amount of defense here. All we have to do is not throw. 1,000 Guts, Piercing Whale. Footwork paired. Okay, we found our defense. Dagger Spray can just stay in my hand for later. It's fine. Those 2 wounds every turn, that's going to be what really kills us, though. So I'm going to be focusing extra damage on the Taskmaster, because if they just put a bunch of wounds in our deck, that's it. We're dead. Piercing Whale, thank you. I can't believe we got 1,000 cuts at the start of this fight as well. That's pretty wild. All right, we've set up the Nunchaku as well as Vajra, starting to combo with 1 strength. I could totally take a slice here. It'll help us trigger both Kunai and Nunchaku, and it'll help us with the fact that we have energy problems with our average hand. Slice was another card that I wanted to take in the previous hand, but didn't really have a choice to though. We'll rest here because I'm terrified of dying, because this run is already really good. Sure. All right, we took a hit on Omamori there, but we got the Mercury Hourglass at the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Second Footwork. We don't have any Exos cards, but Second Footwork and Ancient Tea Set is actually going to give us the ability in a lot of boss fights to play all of our first hand, including all of our powers in that first hand. Venom, Footwork, Dagger Spray, and then Bane. I'll drop a defense there as well. Thank you, Piercing Whale, for completely protecting me this turn. Piercing Whale? Hey, there it is. Definitely should have played Flechette earlier here. That's my bad. Guess I'm holding on to it for later now, though. Extremely leg sweep, thank you. Weakness as well as the ability to block for a significant amount. Yeah, need it. Upgrade the Footwork, and we're in with a shot here. Oh, this is yes. Give myself some extra block for next turn there. I do want to save Piercing Whale until the execute turn. If I can double Piercing Whale in the execute turn, we are going to be so pleased. Let's get that weakness stacked. Venom, second Footwork. I can also start saving Shivs in hand until I can trigger Kunai every turn. Thankfully, we have 3 attacks in this hand, though. Oh, this is good. This is really good. Great. Supremely overblocked that turn, but that was mostly about ridding my hand of all of those extra cards. Head here as well. Enemy's not blocking this upcoming turn. They've just got the 12 Metallicize, so Lachette can be super useful. Great. Enemy's going to start purging this turn as well. Unfortunately, can't play 3 attacks this turn, though. That's okay. Enemy purges. They've got... Oh, no. 28 by 2. That's a lot of damage. I will Piercing Wail. Twice. And now the enemy does no damage. That's exactly what we were planning for this entire time, by the way. I only take credit for it because it's something that I was doing in advance. It's not like, oh, that's a cool thing that just happened. It's a thing that I exclusively made happen. Great. Leaving a lot of defensive cards in hand here as well. That Survivor is ride or die right now. Hell yeah. That said, I should probably throw in some Weaken. Overdrawing a lot, by the way, because we have the Shiv generation at the start of the turn as well. That, and then all that as well. Goodbye, champ. Corpse Explosion versus Malaise versus Grand Finale. Does the heart purge negative strength? Or... does the heart purge negative strength, or does it just gain strength? I think it purges negative strength. But maybe it doesn't. Maybe that's been changed. It's whether or not I should take this Malaise, basically. Against Time Eater, definitely Malaise. Against... I can just hold it in hand until the right turn as well. Corpse Explosion is just a bunch of AoE damage, but the thing is the deck already has a bunch of AoE damage, so we actually don't even have that much direct damage. I'm going to take the Malaise. We'll see how it goes. At the very least, it'll be good right up until the final. Especially because I have an X cost and another 2 cost, and I'm having trouble like getting all of the cards out of my hand per turn. I really need the extra energy, but the only extra energy here I can take is Coffee Dripper. That's really rough. I have to. Yeah, of course it's the Awakened one. I have a fair few powers in the deck, but because we also have the ability to generate a ridiculous amount of defense, I think we'll be fine. So we need to get literally all of our keys this floor, so that means key, key, key. Venom, defends. Not the right ordering there, I'll admit. Thankfully, not supremely gonna matter. Still doesn't make it right, though. This should be pretty easy. I could just basically block until the end of time. And enemy dead. Second Fairy in a bottle. That's 2 revivals that we get. That's one of the reasons this Coffee Dripper is scary, but not completely impossible to use. Panacea versus Panic Button versus Bandage Up. Panic Button's interesting because I can actually hold it in my hand. I still think I want Panacea though. Deck's not aggressive enough to use Panic Button. Like, I would literally have to use it on the turn that I'm about to die, and it's just so situational now. Or I could take the Bandage Up just for the ability to heal a little bit per combat. Yeah, I actually like that. We'll take a Bandage Up. It'll help deal with the fact that we don't have the ability to rest. Well, not traditionally, at least. Ow. Good thing I threw the melees on the backline. I'm not even sarcastic. We would be taking a serious amount more damage. Not to say that this isn't a particularly serious amount of damage and that I really would not have wanted a piercing wail a little bit early, possibly. But take what I can get. Gotta leave the piercing wail in hand here, just because the front and back line here have the ability to multi-hit, which is unique to them. Okay. Alright, we got it. Bye, and hello to another footwork. Is it? I think that might be too many. I think I'll take a pre-upgraded Bane. Literally all of the rest of my cards need to be defense cards at this point, though. I'm intentionally leaving the leg sweep in my hand because I really think I might need it. Oh, you. That's awful. Ooh. That's the kind of thing I was worried about. Neutralizing the backline here isn't going to be particularly effective. And obviously, I now can't use AoE without hitting that spiker. Leaving that Shiv in the hand so that I have the ability to do something closer to this. I need to leave one piercing wail in hand at least. This is where Noxious Fumes would have come in handy. Noxious Fumes on the absolute bottom of the deck right there. Cloak and Dagger versus All Out Attack here. All Out Attack is actually going to discard some important cards that I'm trying to keep. Cloak and Dagger provides the defense as well as triggers the kunai, and it's pre-upgraded. I mean, it's a no-brainer, frankly. Can't take that. It would quite easily kill me. 8 Metallicize a turn on this enemy actually ain't that much. I mean, sure, it's going to be annoying. Not that annoying. my hand so that I can play out basically every card next turn. That's I'm not going to want to play all of those cards, actually. Alright, I'm going to use the double piercing whale here. Because they're actually less powerful than my defense at this point, because this enemy does not multi-attack. Setting myself up to be able to play 3 attacks in the turn. It's real annoying. It's both real annoying and real essential. That's not what I was looking for there. I can't take Wraith Form. Or rather, I can't play it yet. Not without regretting it almost eternally. Mm-hmm. $15 useful. Cloak and dagger. Okay, so 1917-4. 1917-4 is 21-19 is death this time. If I play the extra Bane that I really want to play. Okay, we do have the fairy in a bottle here. It's just... it'd be nice if I didn't have to. Prepared for the draw. Excellent. We've got a serious amount of block for next turn already. Great. Just need one, not garbage draw. That'll do it. Defend, defend, defend. And watch the enemy die. Good. That was actually a lot worse than I thought it was going to be, but we're still fine. Toxic Egg, whenever you get a skill card to your deck upgraded, as well as the Emerald Key, as well as Calculated Gamble is actually a really good way to get a lot of cards out of my hand, but Noxious Fumes is really powerful as well. Noxious Fumes is particularly powerful in the final boss fight, but it's also not particularly powerful in the boss fight on this floor. Alright, we'll take the Calculated Gamble. I would love to smith. I would love to rest here. I think I'm going to have to smith the bandage up. Alright, so we're going to be dying a couple of times in this combat, probably. It's a really good opening hand, though. Burns, and that... yeah, we're almost certainly going to die to this attack anyway, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't attack 6 times this turn. But I do want to play that footwork. Okay. Incrementing the poison is really how we're going to win this one. I played the dodge and roll for the block it would give me on this turn, not the block it would give me on last turn, though it did give me block on last turn as well. So there's our 21 block already covered. It's just whether or not I think the Dagger Spray is going to be better or worse here. I think Dagger Spray is going to be better than a random card in my deck, and I think the Calculated Gamble is going to be a really good way to get... hang on. I don't actually really want to drop any of these. 1 attack, 2 attack, 3 attack, 4 attack, 5. Okay, so I can drop like Neutralize or something like that, because I've still got Leg Sweep in the deck. I'm actually comfortable leaving this Shiv in hand until next turn, so that it can be another trigger of the Kunai. So, Shiv, Leg Sweep, defends. Calc Gamble for more attacks. We get a Dagger Spray, which upgrades our defense, and then we get a Malaise, which is really damn powerful there as well. Yeah, that all went really well. All I need to do is just make sure that I have block for next turn and we win. And we had block for next turn. We win. Letter Opener. Every time you play 3 powers, 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies, as well as a power potion, which is particularly powerful. Wraith Form or Backflip. The thing is, Wraith Form can be played at any time that I desperately need it, and its downside isn't particularly that bad for us. Flechette is ridiculously powerful, and so is Backflip. I have to take the Wraith Form. I'll take the Anchor definitely, and then the Sapphire Key, because obviously I have to take the Sapphire Key there. It's another footwork. Oh, I don't know about that. Secret Technique. Put a skill from your draw pile into your hand. It comes pre-upgraded, though. It's pretty good. As much as I like the Wraith Form, I don't want to Dolly's Mirror it until I have another one. Sorry, until I have it upgraded. It's probably just block and then card removal. That's what I feel, at least. There are a couple skills I desperately want to pull out of the deck using a Secret Technique. Gives me a lot of choice. But the thing is, those same cards I would often just keep in hand because I retain them with the Runic Pyramid anyway. Alright, I'm going to save some money for the store next floor as well. Spin the wheel! Give me the 300 gold, thank you. Card removal, alright. I still think that's another strike. Even though that's going to mean triggering our kunai less, I still think it's a strike though. Good gosh. These Wraith Forms are insane. I leave the attacks in my hand so that I have the ability to actually get a trigger from my kunai here. So I can play Wraith Form after Wraith Form whenever I think I'm ready for them. I think we're far from that point. And they're kind of just clogging up our hand until then. Obviously misordered there. Alright. Yeah, there's Piercing Well number 1. That's happened sooner or later. Phantom, strike. Strike, strike, strike. Going for the damage. Having a dodge and roll blade means that Wraithform next turn already fully protects me. It's really nice. That said, entirely unnecessary. I want to go for the extra damage here instead. Awesome. Goodbye, more. Hello, less. All right. Blade Dance is a trigger of Kunai every single time I play it. It's pretty much a no-brainer right there. Cool. Frontliner doesn't even damage me this turn and then dies to the Mercury Hourglass the turn after. Right. And now we just have that one die to the Mercury Hourglass as well. Good lord. Catalyst versus Acrobatics. Acrobatics is probably actually way too much draw for us. Catalyst would be a way to try and start really ramping up the poison damage. We do eventually get to a pretty significant amount of poison when the fight goes long enough. Yeah, I'll take it. Definitely can't go for another elite there, unfortunately. All right. Venom Shiv. Bane, Strike, and then sure, Catalyst there. More than happy to. Piercing Wail to remove a lot of your damage. Then defend myself against all of the rest. And now we can just watch you die. Skill Potion as well as Choke versus Distraction versus Skill. Probably none. Closest would be Choke, but I don't have the energy to play it and a bunch of attacks in the same turn. We played a card. No, we play a couple cards. Still, it's probably worth. Now, unfortunately, here I have to recall as well, so I don't get to upgrade one of my Wraith Forms. I think each of these footworks is probably better to play than to not play, but the thing is, if I play them this turn, I think I'm dead as well, so... That's a lot better. 1, 2... I can play 4 more attacks. Cool. Awesome. Great. We got the Dagger Spray, the 1 AoE card we desperately needed there as well. Excellent. Yeah, here's where it starts getting tricky. Thankfully, we've got our Piercing Wail for this turn. Catalyst there. I'm going to need to keep the other Piercing Wail for when that becomes suddenly extremely relevant. Yeah. This Calculated Gamble is... It's relevant sometimes. We're going to need Envenom. We're going to need Noxious Fumes, though. I'm going to take one defend and then a giant malaise. Try and remove a lot of the strength that I gave the target. There's our 18 by itself block. Starting to increment that poison pretty respectably. Yeah. It's going to be a while before I play any of the other powers in the deck. Those are all just cycle powers right now. For that reason, I'm actually also just going to happily drop them. It's not getting through the first phase of the enemy here that frustrates me. It's whether or not I'll get through the second phase. So I don't think I use Catalyst. I think I'm kind of safe here right now. So we get 21 block already for next turn, which is going to be really good. Yeah, we're going to kind of just breeze through the rest of this fight now. That deflect is ridiculously powerful. The fact that I can just get, 7 plus whatever dex I have at any time is so important. And as you can see, we are using all of our energy every turn without question. So in particular, the energy pickups as well have come really in clutch. Right. 24 block already on this turn, even without seeing the enemies attack. All right. We're all good. We're getting through this one. This also means we get to save the fairy potion for the next floor as well. It's going to be real good. Triple the poison and kill. All right. Don't get a card reward there. We prepare our daggers. 1207. Sure. Again, remember that at this point, this is a silent Ascension 10 win with an Envenom-based deck. I only say that with not insignificant downsides in having to collect those 3 keys. I only say that because even if we lose on this floor, this was still good. I do want the upgraded Wraith form though. Another leg sweep? Yes. Yeah, extremely. You know what? The ability to strap some poison onto the target a lot earlier is probably a really good thing. This is unfortunate. So the unfortunate thing here is that the Piercing Whale can't do anything to these targets until I attack one of them. So it's going to be like Envenom, Flying Me. Obviously, Caltrop goes out. Then I can Piercing Whale, which will dispel the thing on the backliner, and then this Spire Spear is dealing no damage. Footwork. Dodge and roll. It's probably, I feel like, the best that I would be capable of getting there. Oh, gosh. That's 28 incoming damage, so I can actually just ignore. 57 behind us. Yikes. going to play the extra defend, considering that if we get a really bad turn from now on out, it just has to be a Wraith Form turn. All right. Didn't really get all the right attacks on the right turns. And just having to roll with the blows here. Now that they don't have artifacting and things like that, we can actually deal some significant damage, which is nice. That dagger spray does nothing this turn, by the way. Okay, backliner is now dead. All right, that's got him. That could have gone a lot worse. Managed to not use any of our potions there. Managed to use too much in the Nunchaku, though. Runic Dome, Runic Decahedron, rather. If your HP is full, gain energy at the start of your turn. That's not going to ever work for us. Outmaneuver is actually a really good card because we do need the ability to expend extra energy a lot. Well-laid plans is complete garbage. I'm going to have to use the poison potion to remove a... will I? Our potion gives us... I really want After Image because I want the extra block, but I think that's probably bad. I think I need the Caltrop for the extra damage. I'm freeing up space in my hand, by the way. That's what's happening here. At least Survivor here so that I can defend burns. I can't play Wraith Form this early. I will just lose for doing so. I have to discard the Wraith Form as well. If I have to play Wraith Form this early, I am just going to lose for having done so. Oh, that hurts. Go, giant strength negative, and going to purge the negative strength. But we're going to have piercing wail for the later ones. Okay. It's getting better. Cloak and dagger for the defense, and then we can double shiv. Throw in a leg sweep. And to defend as well. Keep ourselves as tip-toppy as we can. This is piercing wail number 2 after we defend. Triple that blade dance. A strike and a bane here also gives us the ability to get an extra point of dex. Catalyst still has not come out of the deck, by the way, which is really good for us. I actually don't have a defensive card in this hand yet. And I've got 2 ethereal cards, so I definitely don't want to use Calculated Gamble. Oh well, if I have to have any turn that has absolutely no defense, that's probably the turn I wanted it on. Or didn't want it on, I guess. I play the leg sweep first there to defend me from extra damage. I can't, again, play Calculated Gamble because I need the Piercing Wail for the next turn. I'm taking 1 damage here so that I can deal 5 more and get 1 more point of damage on the enemy. Oh, Beat of Death was actually 2 damage there. Okay. Piercing Wail still does what Piercing Wail does. Now I'm throwing out the Poison Potion and then Catalyst to make that 99 damage per turn that you're taking. Great. Now is definitely a turn for outmaneuver. Excellent, excellent. Just need to be able to defend this turn. Well, I'm already literally fully defended. Thank you to Fairy in a Bottle for that, by the way. Wraith Form! No more damage! And that is our Ascension 10 win on the Heartbreaker with the Silent for the moment. My name has been Rhapsody. What a speed run it was. Must have been A to those of you who commented that before the episode started. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we will see you next time.